right, welcome back to the Mayor's Corner, Pea Ridge, Arkansas. Mayor Nathan C. Today we have a special guest with us, Ken Eikenberry with the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank, and we're just going to learn more about the opportunities that they have and the services that they provide for Northwest Arkansas, and kind of maybe the way that we can give back to the food bank in areas that they may need some assistance or volunteerism or whatever it may be. We're glad to have this food bank in Northwest Arkansas. They impact families through the region, and it's a great source for people to have the nourishments that they need and help mental health as well. So I think it all starts by what we receive, and what we can give back to them means a big deal. So Kent is the CEO, president of Northwest Arkansas Food Bank. He took the role in 2016 as he watched the area and his need for food assistance grow in the last 8 years to astonishing numbers. He's a native of Kansas, graduated from K-State. We won't hold that against you. And moved to Northwest Arkansas region in 1986. Kent and his wife, Diana, live in Rogers and are active in the community. They have 3 grown sons and 6 grandchildren. So a grown family. That's good. So Kent, tell us a little bit about the food bank, about kind of services that you guys have. I know you guys have some new stuff coming out with an app and the new amazing food bank that's being built. That looks great, by the way. I was just by there just last weekend. So it's great to see that.
Okay. So, well, it sounds like you can do this without me. But the food bank was started in 1988, and there was a group of individuals who felt like one hungry person was one too many. And building on that, food is an integral part of a person's health. If a student is hungry, they can't learn. If an employee is hungry, they don't perform at work. So we do what we can to try and get food into the hands of those people who need it, whether they live in Pea Ridge or St. Paul. We have Benton, Carroll, Madison, and Washington County is our service area. So
okay. So in that service area, like how many families do you guys get to engage with?
Feeding America estimates that there could be as many as 90,000.
Oh, wow.
And that's the most recent number, and that's based off of 2022 projections.
Okay. I know that you guys help out with the local food bank here, Loaves and Fishes at the Ridge Church. Mm-hmm. I know you guys are an integral part to that outreach that they do there. You guys have the new food bank. Tell us a little bit about that, location and square footage, and maybe if you want to talk about the grand opening.
Okay. So there are actually 2 partner agencies in Pea Ridge. So we come up here on a fairly regular basis, plus I think the Blackhawk Food Pantry.
Yep, that's right.
So we have a pantry in the school. But the food bank that's under construction will be opening soon, I hope. And it'll be about just under 83,000 square feet of warehouse space, office space, a community room, a large volunteer center. One of the things that we're really excited about is a protein packing room where we can get donations of bulk protein and put that into packages that a family could use.
Oh, good.
And then we'll distribute that protein through not only our partner agencies, and we've got 112, I believe, is our most current number in Northwest Arkansas, but we'll also share that with fellow food banks in the region.
Okay.
So it kind of reaches out beyond just what we can take care of ourselves.
And how can people give back to the food bank in different areas?
There are multiple ways. Certainly one way, and I think I mentioned we're excited about our new volunteer center. It is state of the art. It's climate controlled. Right now, our volunteer center is an aisle in our warehouse, and during the summer, we literally have to stop by 10 o'clock in the morning because the temperature is so hot people can't stand it. So in addition to a bigger volunteer center. We're expanding the hours. We'll have evening shifts available. We'll have weekend
Good.
shifts available. We're reinstituting Family Day, where if you have kids that you want to bring, come out there with your children and make it just a family event. So volunteer is a big way.
Good.
Always accept food, shelf-stable food primarily. Shelf-stable protein is at a premium. So peanut butter, canned tuna, canned chicken, those types of things. As crass as it sounds, money works.
Sure. Definitely.
Because we do have a tremendous food budget. We spend a little over $3 million a year purchasing food. And we can buy quite a bit of stuff through Feeding America and our sources, and your dollar can go farther in a cash donation. And then, I guess, if it's not the most important, one of the most important things is things just like this.
Yeah.
Making sure people understand that their neighbors may be food insecure.
That's true.
Nathan, I promise you know somebody
yeah.
who's food insecure. You may not know that you know them,
Right.
but you know them.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
So we're there to help those folks.
And so whenever people come to the food bank, what experience would they expect to have there whenever they show up?
Well, typically if somebody came to the food bank and came to the physical location, we would give them an emergency box of food. But we would encourage them to go to one of those partner agencies.
Okay.
The partner agencies are actually set up to do a better job of serving them. Or we would encourage them to go to one of our mobile pantries. But we don't do a lot of direct services.
Okay.
We're kind of like a wholesale grocer as opposed to a retailer.
Sure. And so in our area, as far as Benton County, we have a lot of rural that our neighbors live in. What are some areas other than the ones that are located in Pea Ridge that people can go to for a food bank?
So we have an app, and I think it's Vivery is who we buy it from. I assume that's what the name of the app is. But you can go in and put your location, and it tells you where the nearest food pantry that is open at that time is to you.
Cool.
And then, of course, we've also got we've got our own pantry in Rogers called Feed Rogers, and one of the products that we offer through there is an order ahead, and people can go online and order their groceries based on our inventory, just like you were ordering it from a store. And we would pull that order and pick it up at your convenience.
Is the ordering also through the app? Or is it a portal that they go to as far as a web-based portal that they would go to?
I think it's
Go to nwafoodbank.org for that.
Okay, so it'll be a web-based. Okay, that's good. I did see the app just on your social media feeds and stuff, and I think that's tremendous for people to have that access. And so, like part of the podcast, we'll put a link to that to where people can know. Go to the Google Store or the Apple Store and get these apps that can help you out to find those locations for food. So
one of the things we're doing that and I don't know if we're in this area yet or not, we're piloting with 4 or 5 partner agencies for using DoorDash for those individuals who need help but don't have transportation.
yeah,
So
that's good.
Like I said, I don't know if one of our partners is up here or not.
Okay.
I should have checked that out.
No, that's good. That's good information to have. As far as people that, we have the area food banks that we have here. We did a food drive here at City Hall in the month of April for you guys. If a business
Thank
wants to do that, yeah, you're welcome. I was glad to partner with you guys and be able to do that. And the residents really engaged and came and they said, we hope you do this again. And I said, yeah, we'll do it every April. We want to keep it an annual thing for us to be able to have that month. But if people want to do that, what's a good way that the business can contact the food bank and be a part of that?
First off, food drives are fun. And if you can get a competitive one going, they're especially fun. And I've got an idea that just popped into my head. But, if a business wanted to have a food drive, they simply would just, if they wanted one of our bins, call us and say, hey, we want to have a food drive. And we've got either barrels, or we've also got some acrylic bins that are really pretty cool that we would gladly bring out and drop it off in your location, and then we would come and pick it up. My idea is, since if you want to do it in April,
Yeah.
I would encourage you to challenge the other mayors
Yep.
to a city contest based on not total volume, but maybe based on your population or pounds per person.
Pounds per person. I like that.
And
Yeah, I'll push that out. That's a good idea.
And certainly you could reach out to Greg or Stephanie and
Yep.
guilt them into doing it, because I think
Yeah, we'll get them engaged. That's a good idea. We were on a mayor's call this morning, actually, with a lot of Benton County mayors. So we have a mayor's call every first Wednesday of the month. And so we just get on and talk about city business and city stuff, but I'll bring that up. Definitely. That's a good idea. And we want to be able, we want
and
to.
that'd be fun.
It would be fun.
What,
That's right.
if we can help people and have fun doing it, that's
the goal.
Just all the better.
That's right. What else do you want to tell us about the food bank? What else would you want the communities to know about your organization? Maybe about like anything to do with the food bank?
I think the most important thing, again, people don't realize that there's as much food insecurity in Northwest Arkansas as there is, but there are really no qualifications. If somebody needs food, a partner agency is not going to refuse them. Now, each of them have their own requirements or their own operational policies about how often you can come. But unless a food insecure neighbor is asking to get USDA commodities, there are no questions asked. If somebody comes in and says, I need food,
Yeah.
they're going to get food.
Yeah, you don't know where their life is at that certain amount of time.
And you can't look at somebody and say, well, golly, they don't need food.
Mm-hmm.
I've often shared the story about a young man that I was talking to working at a food pantry one day, and he was driving a relatively new Lexus, had a Clemson bumper sticker on it, and I said, hey, my daughter-in-law got her master's from Clemson. And he said, well, I hope she's doing better with her master's than I am with mine. He says, I was recruited to come to work for a Walmart supplier, and they got bought by somebody else, and I don't have a job, and I can't, and I'm not having much luck finding a job. And you may look at my car and think, well, this guy doesn't need any help, but this is the only asset I have left, and I'm upside down in it, and I can't afford to sell it. So, you can't look at somebody and assume that they are food insecure.
Yeah, that goes back
or
to
that they don't need help.
No, that's right. We used to do a Thanksgiving baskets. The city did years ago, and we would do those. And whenever we did those, it wasn't a matter of we didn't care what the house looked like. We just knew that those people needed help. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you're in a $300,000 house or in a single wide trailer. If you need help, you need help at the end of the day. And that's what we were able to do through that program. And I feel that that's the same sense in this. It doesn't matter your status quo or your title or anything. It has to do more about if we can help, let us help.
I had a buddy years ago had one of those check cashing businesses. And he said, you would be amazed at the number of people who had to come in and write a check to carry them for a few days. And the amount of money that they made every year. So.
Yep. Well, I just thank you for being here today. If you want to talk about or say any contact information or anything like that about how to contact you guys, then you can do that.
Okay.
We'll put that out there.
So if you need food, in addition to Vivery, you can go to nwafoodbank.org and click on Find Food, and it will provide a list of our partner agencies by county. If you want to go to volunteer, you go to the same website, nwafoodbank.org, and click on volunteer. There's also a tab there to donate. And there's tabs there about our news if you want to read about what's going on, or if you have a certain interest in one of the programs that we have in addition to partner agencies. Because when we move into the new facility, one of the areas that we're going to expand is our nutrition education. We'll work with people on how to prepare a nutritious meal. So there are a lot of things that are coming down the pike.
Good.
And then there's also a tab there that shows staff. So if you want to look through there and find out, how to get a hold of me, I'm pretty easy to find. So,
Yeah.
But we would welcome the opportunity to visit with anybody and try and help them because, that's our job.
That's right.
And it's not just a job. It's not just a mission. It's a ministry to.
I agree.
To the 42 or 43 or 44 or however many people we have working for us today. We go to work every day with those food insecure neighbors in mind, and we do what we do so that they can survive.
That's right. Well, Kent, I appreciate your time today. I appreciate what
Absolutely.
you guys do at Northwest Arkansas Food Bank, and like I said, we are glad to be a partner with you. I'm glad you chose, to come and spend some time with us and talk
Absolutely.
about it, and let's get it out there in the community about ways we can help, and
Okay.
that's what we want to do to help our neighbors.
All right.
And so, if you have anything, nwafoodbank.com is the website you can go to.
.org.
Sorry, that you can go to learn more about it. And like I said, please reach out if there's any way you can help out.
So, Nathan, that reminds me of one of my mistakes one time. I was being interviewed by one of the TV stations, and I don't remember what. And they asked about the website, and I said, well, yeah, you just go to nwaonline.com. And they looked at me and said, Kent, you don't work at the newspaper anymore. So,
Yep, you were there for
forever.
For a long time.
Just a few months short of 30 years.
Yep.
Between the Northwest Arkansas Morning News and Rogers and the merged Springdale Morning News and Rogers into the Morning News. And then, of course, I stayed on with the Northwest Arkansas Democrat Gazette for a few years.
Yeah.
But,
I forgot you was at the newspaper. Yep. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it
Absolutely.
very much.
okay.